And we're back with another video dedicated to Roland JD-08, which is a Roland boutique recreation of a classical synthesizer from 90s Roland JD-800. It's a fully digital synthesizer, and in this video I want to focus more on step sequencing, and I will show you how you can create up to 2 sequences working in parallel, basically one on the top of another. With different sounds, different effects, different step lengths, different resolution and all of that. I will also focus on automation, so I will show you how you can record automation in live recording or on step-by-step basis. I will focus on arpeggio and show you a few functions of arpeggio as well, and at the end I plan to throw a little gem. Yes, so stick till the end. Hopefully this video will be relatively short and pleasant, and let's go straight into it. So I will jump into my synthesizer and explain it as I go. Okay, so everything is set. Just to start, I will go through some presets already built in. So just to choose my preset, I press start and pick from banks 1 to 8 and from numbers 1 to 8. So 1, 1, and start. For example, I will hold start again, press 2, that's another one. 4. So as you can see, sequence changes only after previous one ends. So if you have 2 sequences at once playing, it will wait for for the end of the longest one. So if you have one that lasts for 2 bars and another one for 4 bars, it will wait till the A, for example, which is 4 bars, will finish, then it will jump to another one, which is like normal. Yes, that's a standard. So if I want to stick with the page of preset selection, I will press start and exit at the same time. Then this one is blinking in now, and I can just jump through them and play. Actually, this one is blank, so let's go to 1. And stop. So you have tons of options because you can choose from all of those sound presets and apply them to sequence and mix and match, do whatever you want with it. Because those steps are recorded as like a MIDI data. So just to enter the step sequence mode, we're pressing those 2 buttons at the same time, which are marked up step sequencer. And if we exit from the step sequencer selection, we have our BPM. So let's pick a blank one, for example. I will go to maybe 4-1. Let's see. Yeah, that's a blank one with a 120 BPM. And I will choose my first my section. That's a section A. Let me exit it first. And I will choose my sound. Something like this, for example. Let's go into step sequencer, and we have few options of recording our step sequence according to our liking, basically. So one way is just holding step, pressing note, this one will be this one, and we can follow that. Let's say yeah, and press play. Not bad. I want to record something live in addition, for example, just one note or whatever. So just to record live, I'm pressing Note and Start, and it's going into record mode. I will try to hit this one. So stop. So according to your preset, regular preset, it might be in solo mode or it might be polyphony, it depends. So sometimes you might stack up few notes into one sequence. Sometimes you will be able only to use one note for one step, basically. Yes. So if I exit it and go to note, as you can see, it's in poly mode. If I go to solo, it's different, yes, with portmanteau, so sequence will sound differently. Yeah. It's all dependent of the preset that you're using, effects and all of that. So those are two ways basically of recording sequence. Very simple. If I want to delete it, I will just go to common, and we have like all of those settings. Shuffle, scale, that's a 16 steps, that's a BPM. So we have another one is step length, so 16, we can go to up to 4 bars, 64 steps. But let's stick it to 16 for now, and I will show you something later as well. So we have 16 steps. Just to exit it, press again that push enter. Direction, so we can go forward, reverse, forward, reverse, inversion. So we'll jump like front and backward, random. That's I think is a key trick, because we have also, in addition, we have external click in, so we can clock it, clock in. We can clock it with external gear like modular and all of that, which is awesome. Another option is like, so we are at this page, forward, reverse, direction. We have CC. We can duplicate it. So for example, if I was on 16 steps, step lengths, yes, and I will duplicate it. Is duplicated, and that will obviously give me 32 steps. Step length 32, as you can see. So we have undo, duplicate, that is I think a randomization, I'm not sure. Undo, redo, copy, paste, clear control, so automation, note, clear note, and all, clear all. So basically it will erase entire pattern. We will do that. And we have blank pattern again. So another way of recording is basically we pressing our step and press start. And that will, sorry, if I press it too long. Press and start. Yeah, no, that's right. And I'm on step 1. So we can just scroll through all of those steps with that knob, or we can just press this note. It will jump straight to another one. So it's more like TB 303 way of recording, or something like that, that you go consecutively through all of those steps. I don't have to record on this step, for example. I can just jump to step number 4 and drop it here, and here another one. And here I want to go again and press play. It's 2 bars. So if I want to copy it, for example, I will go to copy. Or maybe not. I will just duplicate it. I will shorten it to 16 steps only for simplicity. And that's my basically pattern A. I will go to pattern B now. I need to go out of step sequencer just to choose different preset, but I can still play it. Let's pick like this one, for example, and I will increase it to 2 bars because I can. Step length 32, and let's record some bass line in live recording. Unfortunately, there's no metronome or nothing I'm aware of. So also, as you can see, it's basically locked to the grid. There's no it's quantized. That's what I'm trying to say. It's quantized, and if we use arpeggio, for example, so that's my one sequence. If I go to A again, clear it, clear notes. Side B still is recorded. I didn't clear it out because I moved to side A, and I want to record it with arpeggio, for example. So I'm going to arpeggio, and it's still locked in 16 steps resolution. And my arpeggio, if I hold it on arpeggio, it's going to rate. I'm going to rate, and that's a 16 steps. So you can ask me, for example, what if I move to 8 triplets or 16 triplets, which won't fit into the grid, right? If I go to let's record it live. Sounds terrible, but you get the idea. So for example, if I'm using arpeggio in this resolution, I can go easily into my sequence functions and change resolution here, scale, and that's like going into 16 triplets, and I will be able to record my arpeggio in triplets without missing certain notes. Yeah, so I can still record it like this. See, obviously you need to have an idea what you're doing with it, but that's the thing you need to be aware of. Automation clear. So when you're playing it as a separate instrument, you don't record any pattern, you can just go to arpeggio and pick it however you want it, do whatever you want. You can use external arpeggio from external gear and use your presets from JD. We have mode, up, down, for example, up or down. Like this one. Let's stick to it. Shuffle, so we have some swing. We have resolution, 16th. So that's a rate, that's a resolution, sorry, that's a resolution. 16, 18th, but that's basically lengthen it or shorten it. Octave, so let's just demonstrate. It's not that visible. I mean, you can hear it that much because of the preset and all of that. We have octave shift, for example, so it can go up or down. by 3 octaves. Let's go stick with the 1. That's a transpose. Duration, that's like a gate. Velocity, so that's velocity for accent. I believe it's for accent. No, that's for notes, for 3 notes. And hold. Okay. So let's record it. Terrible, but you get an idea. So that's arpeggio as well. And let me clear that pattern again. Clear all. Here we have 16T, that's why. 16, let's stick with the 16. And record it again. Okay, like it. So I want to automate it now. Change some parameters for it. So we have our filter cutoff, and I want to record it into my sequence. That's how easy it is. When I'm in recording mode, I'm just moving parameter. But another thing is that you can't record palettes. So that's a live recording for you guys. So another thing is, let's go into some effects. So for sequence A, we have a few more effects than in sequence B, because we have delay, chorus, and reverb. And as you can see here, we just have it limited to those basic sequences. So sequence, that's distortion, phaser, spectrum, and EQ. Or enhancer. Is it in EQ or enhancer? I think it's phaser, spectrum, enhancer, yes. And we have pan and level, so let's go to sequence A and apply some delay, obviously. Let's sync it on center. Let's change the time for left and for right timing. Okay. Now let's go to reverb type. Hold 3, okay. Room. Let's go to room 2. So there's few different options for reverb. Again, you would have to dig into manual just to decode it, because it's very cryptic. But we have delay and reverb. So let's go to sequence B and apply some distortion maybe. Type this one. This one. Dry, wet. And level. That's our distortion phaser, maybe enhancer, switch on. Very like gritty, very harsh. Okay, that would be my first sequence just to save it. I'm sticking with a bank 4 part 1 and it's saved. So basically if I want to go to another one, this one is blank. Let's create another one just quickly. I will go to jump off my step sequencing, find the preset. Let's go to bank part A. That's already too easy because we have arpeggio on. Something like that. We can create something esoteric. Yeah, let's create something like that. So that will be, let's say, tempo 100. Part 1, 2. Something like this. I want to record something like this. It didn't work. So I wish there would be faster way to clear it all out. I don't know if there is. That's another way. I could throw a tie here. So Another thing, for example, if I want to edit individual steps and apply effects to certain portion of the sequence without going for live recording. So for example, I want to live record only one note, but the rest of it I want to tap in basically. And I want to extend this note. I'm going into holding it, pressing the button and pressing it again. So that's give me like volume, gate and step. So gate, if I go to tie, I can press another one to tie, press another one, same to tie. And this extended this note, for example, by this amount. Tie, and this one will be this one to tie. If I cut the tie, that's actually a good example. Again, I want to go into that note, lower the volume. And I want to apply effect only into certain part of it, like from here apply filter, and this section only opening filter because I adjusted it from start to end. If I apply it only to one step, it will continue as it is. So I will have to apply the second value somewhere, wherever I want to change that value, so it will continue. So it is like continuous, it's not like only for one step basically. And I can apply it here. So I can create practically LFO effect. And I can do it same way with it, for example, with resonance. That adding like complexity to it all. For this one I can, for example, change let's go to part B, change different sound. change arpeggio functions. I like this one, but let's go, I don't know, duration, octave 1. Awesome. Let's keep it. Let's keep it at 16 shuffle. Maybe up and down, random. Let's go to maybe 8. Different preset. Octave higher. Let's make it longer. Step length 32. And we can mute our sequence as well by pressing start and one of A or B. I was too quiet. Let's go to effects. Spectrum is like a limiter in my understanding. Band 6. So that's high definitely. Yeah, that's like a Q, similar. Or like a limiter. Again, I don't know to which frequencies it corresponds, but something to dig in many. That's in mono. Yeah, it is in mono. It's in solo mode, rather. I like it, and you can play with it for hours. It's awesome. That's a long decay as well. Okay, let's save it. Why not? Add save. So if we go to, again, with this one, play. That's my previous. All settings or automation is written in a sequence. Let's change, for example, let's go to A. Let's go to B. And I can save it, for example, hold it and save it on here. And now I can just jam around. part A again. Let's go back into sequence. Save it on... I messed it up. Actually, I messed it up. So let's go back to 4. Sorry, to number this one. Change my sound to this one and save it here. So I'll have to hold it. We have our sequence. Now I want to save it here. It's a little bit cheesy at the end, but you know, I'm just playing around, having fun. Hopefully you enjoying it as well and have a grasp of what it can do. So completely different vibe on this one. So you can make it polyrhythmic as well. So for example, if I go to one of mine that I just created, which was 4, let's say this one, and go into sequence on A, step length, like this. For example, yes, so you can create entire song basically using only few 2 sequences, 2 synths, not very complex song obviously, but you can create nice like soundscape or something, yes, some movie themed soundtrack, for example, which is awesome, and it sounds great as well. That's what is, in my opinion, made for some movie soundtracks, for example, and all of that very long, very intricate sounds. So that will be it for this video. Next one, I will make some tips and tricks because there's a lot to unpack. I will dig a little bit more deeper into manual, I promise, and yeah, I will show you few tricks that I already discovered that you can like expand it even more. Yes, you can expand on those functions even more just by a little bit of creativity and like thinking outside of the box. So thanks for watching. See you next time.